What's up, guys? So Batman Deadpool #1 comes out on Wednesday, November 19th. I got a chance to read this over the weekend and just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. The first story, the main story, is written by Grant Morrison and the art is by Dan Mora. Now, before I start talking about this, I want to make it very clear that this has almost nothing to do with the Deadpool Batman book that came out a couple of months ago. There are a couple of times where it seems like Deadpool is familiar with Batman, and that could stem from the Deadpool Batman book, but Batman has no idea who Deadpool is, and it really is best if you don't try to connect these two stories together in any way, and instead just treat this story as its own thing. I also want to say that this is the most Grant Morrison story that Grant Morrison ever Grant Morrisoned, and that you definitely won't understand it at first, but just stick with it and keep reading, and it will mostly make sense by the time you get to the end. Batman travels to this place that looks like some kind of hidden temple in Greece. He's trying to find a special object, and it just so happens that Deadpool is there as well, looking for the same thing. They team up to try to find this object together, and there's a lot of weird things in this temple. It's full of weird rooms and weird creatures, and it actually doesn't make all that much sense until you get to this one double-page spread, and then you realize a bit more about what's going on, though it's still a little bit confusing. I actually don't want to say anything more about this story because there are at least 4 surprises that I don't want to spoil for you, but I will say that it's very interesting and there's a lot more to chew on and think about than the story from the Deadpool Batman book. Like, seriously, I read this story twice, and afterwards I was Googling things, trying to figure out the whole thing, and I'm still thinking about it even now. It goes without saying that the artwork from Dan Mora is gorgeous. There's a lot of nice detail and there's some really cool action, and all of this combined with a really meaty story makes for a really special and unique experience. After that, there are 4 more stories, and I'll go ahead and tell you that there aren't any surprise stories like the logo story from the Deadpool Batman issue. What they originally advertised is all that's in this book, but there are enough surprises in the main story to make up for it. The first of these 4 backup stories is a meeting between John Constantine and Doctor Strange, and it's written by Scott Snyder, James Tynion, and Joshua Williamson, and the art is by Hayden Sherman. The worlds of magic from both universes have become entangled, so Constantine visits Doctor Strange to see what they might do about it, but maybe he has an ulterior motive as well. This story is cool because it has some cool imagery, and we get a few glimpses at some other characters from both DC and Marvel interacting with each other. After that, we get a team up between Nightwing and Laura Kinney Wolverine, written by Tom Taylor with art by Bruno Redondo. Nightwing and Wolverine team up to find Wolverine's sister Gabby, who went missing while walking her dog. They track her to the sewers and eventually come into conflict with a well-known Batman villain, and that's all really cool, but what I really like about this story is that throughout the whole thing, Nightwing and Wolverine are making observations about each other, and it's pretty remarkable how much they have in common. Needless to say, I like this story a lot, and it's my second favorite after the main Batman Deadpool story. After that is a fun short story written by Mariko Tamaki and drawn by Amanda Connor that sees Harley Quinn and the Hulk chasing a robot who smashed a hot dog stand into a chemical plant. And the last story is a static Miss Marvel team-up written by G. Willow Wilson with art by Dennis Cowan that features those 2 heroes taking on a giant mutated sewer monster. And that's it. Again, there are no surprise stories in here, but the stories we do get are really fun. This is a great addition to the ever-growing library of DC Marvel team-up books, and it just makes me more excited for the Superman Spider-Man books that we're going to get early next year. So again, this comes out on Wednesday, November 19th. Let me know if you pick it up, and if you do, let me know what you think about it.